Amos here of Les Archery Adventures. Serious testing, successful hunting. Today I'm going to be testing a classic, okay? A classic mechanical, the NIP Spitfire 3-blade head. This is the 1 3/8 inch model, and it's actually the crossbow model, but you can shoot it out of a vertical bow as well. And thanks to a buddy of mine, Craig Harvey, who donated a pack of these, I'm able to put them to the test today and see how they perform. So I'm going to be using my protocol for 2023, and for a detailed description of all those tests and why I do them and how I do them and so forth, please check out the video that I put out earlier this year called 2023 Broadhead Test Process. And you can read about each of the tests and see the score for each of the tests that this Broadhead does in the description right below this video. So I'm going to be using my Bowtech CP28 set at 72 pounds, 27-inch draw, and I'm using Bishop FOC King arrows for most of the shooting, but then I'm using the Bishop Fad Eliminators for the really hard impact stuff because they can take it, okay? Let's zoom on in here and go through some of the design features and specifications and then put this head to the test. Here's a good look at the head. Now let's describe it a bit. First of all, the materials. It's got an aluminum ferrule right here, and then it's got a hardened steel tip and stainless steel blades. The blades are 0.031 inches thick, so not on the thicker side of blades, but also not some of the thinnest on the market at the same time. The cutting diameter in the open position is 1.5 inches with 3 blades, meaning you're getting 2 1/4 inches of cut, which is a really nice size cut. And you notice the blades are pretty swept back as well. That's just going to aid in penetration. Now they're held closed just by friction. There's no O-ring, there's no retention clip. That's kind of nice. And this is the crossbow model, which that's what was given me to test. So I'm testing it. I'm not sure exactly what makes it the crossbow model, but it might be the base of the ferrule there. Sometimes on crossbow models, they're a little bit wider at the base, and I've got this collar on my Bishop FOC King arrow, so it works out really well with this. It could be there's a little bit more tension to open them, but I don't think that's it. I think that's probably a similar design. So definitely the crossbow model can be used with a vertical bow as well. There's really not going to be a significant difference in that regard. Another thing is the blades are offset, which I really like. Okay, they're like off on the, if you can kind of see it there, yeah, they're off to the side. They're not like the center of each ferrule. They're on the side, and what that's going to do is just make a wicked wound channel that's going to be more difficult to close up, and it can also cause a bit of rotation at the same time. So really nice looking broadhead, simple design, but got a lot of good strengths going for it. Eager to put it to the test and see how it performs. It took 175 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 10 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated 7 inches. And here's the entrance hole, which is just the size of the broadhead in the closed position. But you can see those offset blades making a cool wound channel there. It took an additional 50 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 9 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated through 45 layers. And I will note that the last inch plus of that penetration was just that long, thin tip going through the cardboard. However, it did penetrate through 45 layers just the same. The head's still in pretty good shape after the 3 shots through the MDF. You can see the blades got a bit bent back, and one of them got a little twisted up, but it's still held together. And here it is after just 1 shot through the steel plate. You can see that the blades got really messed up. 2 of them broke off, and then 1 got really twisted around, and then the ferrule just compressed. And you can see the hole in the steel plate. It really didn't even make it through. So here it is after the durability test. Now it made it through the MDF 3 times fairly well. The blades got a little bit bent back. The first shot through the steel plate, man, it got seriously jacked up, okay? All the blades just got mangled and 2 of them broke. This one almost broke. But I went ahead and shot it into the cinder block. I've been doing that recently just with the mechanicals that aren't in too bad a shape. But the ferrule would have been really bent or would have been dangerous. I wouldn't have shot it into the cinder block. But since the ferrule was in good shape, I shot it into the cinder block. And man, it penetrated really deeply into the cinder block. I got to give it to these long tip, chisel tip mechanical heads. They really stick deeply into the cinder block. And as you can see, it still spins well. So what'd you think? Hey, you know what? This is a decent over-the-top deploying mechanical. If you're looking for a decent over-the-top deploying mechanical, this might be a good one for you. I've used it over the years. I've taken some turkey and some hogs with it. It's certainly not the best performing, okay? It flies well. There's no O-rings. I like a lot of things like that. Not the best in penetration, and durability is a bit wanting. But you check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most and see if it might be a good fit for you.